Hello, it's Paul here. Messing with InkScape again like some kind of idiot. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, it's an old version of InkScape. I'm gonna try doing is making some kind of character mouth in InkScape. Yeah, 'cause, I did the eye thing for the character design, but now I'm going to do a mouth. Same principles apply. Probably going to stick to the edit path, the pen tool, maybe some shapes, but I don't think I'll be using them much. But yeah, mainly the pen tool. And regular Bezier path. Bezier, however you say it. Anyhow, it is going to consist of multiple shapes and a clipping path and layers. So, thinking of doing is I'm going to make a box for my main inside. That will be like a dark red color, and we'll convert that to a path instead of a box object. I also think I will do some kind of shape for her tongue, so I'm just going to do, and this is for like the inside of the mouth, so something like this. We may not always see it, we may not always need it, but it will be there. Also, there should probably be a shape for teeth, maybe. Yeah. So, and those shapes can either be, you could probably get away with using just another square for teeth, maybe at some point. But then we can hide or make visible certain components. So this could just be like if the mouth is partially opened, you don't have to see all the teeth, but just the shape. That could work. So this will be, this rectangle will be the mouth back, just like the dark inside of the mouth. That one path is the tongue shape. I don't think I'll do the tongue sticking out, and this path will be generic shape for teeth, maybe. We'll also do upper and lower teeth, depending on how things go. We'll make this color like an off-white, maybe a bit. Just shader 2 down, and we can also hide that. Right now we'll have it visible. I'm going to hide it now because what I'm going to do is also do another tooth shape like this. Click on that. Excuse me. Something make me sneeze. Don't know what it is. There's another point there. I don't need that other point. You can actually add points to the teeth and stuff, but I'm not going to do that for this. It's going to be the upper tooth shape. Yeah, so like the generic is if they are closed and the mouth is partially open, but the teeth upper is like if the mouth is open more and you need to see the separation. So it's just like a quick shape, and I think tooth lower might also be a good shape to have. So that maybe. It's also a possibility, so and these all combine into the thing. And then we are going to do is group all of these. Set it to group. Now it's grouped. So group all those, and we're going to call this mouth inside. Depending on how we want to make our mouth, we can have certain things on or off. So, like I said, next we will make a path that will define the mouth shape. So this will be a clipping path. I think I'll get away with 4 points on this. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So, and you hold shift to move the handle. And I'll make this a different color. And now what we'll do is everything in this group in that shape, and we'll do, what is it, clip and set. And so that's like the shape with the mouth showing everything, the teeth generic, but you can turn the teeth off, and now we can grab the teeth lower and scoot them up. This seems funny about selection for some reason. You gotta click on it. But see, I can have the teeth lower, I have the tongue shape, and I can move that. Teeth upper, move that around. Or I can just click, hold on, mouth inside. And sometimes, depending on your character, just having that can be good enough. And if I don't need the upper or lower, I can just turn on the teeth generic and be like the full mouth's full teeth showing. I can probably make that even wider, just like full teethy grin or something. It's an idea. Well, we're not done yet. I'm going to just do some kind of background shading so you can see it against contrast. You see that it is its own shape. So, flesh tone here. Square. Fleshy looking color. Move it down. So now you see the mouth against that kind of plain tone. It looks alright. But I'm going to do an upper and a lower lip maybe. Just because. Slider, that's my favorite colors here. This is fine. Alright. So if you want to have lips on the mouth instead of a plain mouth, do is a lower and upper lip. They'll go above the mouth inside, of course, and they will, lower will be above the upper, no, the lower will be below the upper lip, but both the lips will be above the mouth inside, and we can just build a mouth shape pretty quick. So let's do that. And it's pretty simple. And because the less points you have, the easier it is to pose it and reshape it. Which if you're building a clip art character or something, that'll be handy, right? You can have it in your shape library, just a generic mouth shape. So, oop. And for some reason, that filled the whole inside. I did not want that. So that's just a clipping shape. Let me think. Okay, so I was going to do the lower lip. So that's probably the color I wanted for that. I think 4 points can be enough for this, so we'll do that. You can either reshape it, you can change the handles, or add more points. The less points you get, the easier it is to make the shape. I tend to prefer symmetric handles in the middle. Ends will be cusps. You want them to cover the outside of the mouth. So we can lock that so we're not grabbing everything inside it right now. Unhook that too. Snap that if we don't need it. Oh. So that's like the lower lip. And the upper lip, if you've seen most drawing tutorials, it is pretty much like this M shape, so we're going to do that. So up here, there, maybe a cusp there, there, split it, but the inside is also going to be an M shape, kinda. But you always have to bring that, you don't want that showing inside, so you always got to bring the upper lip down to cover that. Bring that up, the mouse clip, repose it. But now we got an upper lip and a lower lip. So, or what you can do is actually close the mouth. You want, but that would require turning off the teeth. And the tongue, and just pretty much closing the mouth shape up. Mouth inside, got that. So you can see it's pretty quick to reshape. But it's versatile, so you can like pose it, repose it, and sometimes the upper lip. What color is this right here? Let's see, fill in the stroke. Upper lip slightly darker than lower lip. That. You might want to add like another shape for a shadow that you can turn on and hide. I don't know if it's always needed. Should be below the other ones. If there's enough difference in color, you'll be able to see the difference in this. And you just adjust, you only got so many points, right? If I can get this to behave. Simple. You can repose it. you have to be careful about where your overlaps are so you don't have things showing through you don't need to show through. The mouth shape here is alright. Right there. If I can grab the group. Yeah, because I forgot to sign that on here. Let's see on here. Yeah, you can adjust it closed, you can make it open like that. And you get a general mouth shape. That. So yeah, it's workable. Or you can grab it and go wide open, right? Because it's alterable and editable, and you have all your constructions with the group. So now we can turn that on. We have enough generic mouse shape there, so we can turn on the teeth. A little bit, and tongue shape. And upper lip, right? But you have all your construction there, so you just turn things on or off and reposition your Beziers, because you try to limit the amount of controls you have or points you have. It makes it pretty simple, right? And you get all the different mouth shapes pretty quick. So it is pretty easy. And if you want, that's that path. So that should be renamed upper lip. You can also do stuff like add a highlight shape to it. So I might use a circle here. Put that to a path. And figure out what this color is. Actually, I can select that, but this color. Just bring it up, highlight it, and bring these points so it matches shape. And I get a highlight on there too. Real easy like that. You can add shadows and stuff if you want. Remember, the more parts you add, the more things you gotta readjust if you're working with the mouth shape, but it's a quick way to make a character mouth that you can use over and over again because all your parts are inside it. You just gotta remember to turn them on or off. Your objects list and in your groups. So it would be like lower lip highlight. And that's just the background. That's not it. Oh, this is the lower lip highlight. So you gotta group everything into the mouth. And now object. Now you got a mouth for your character that you can break down, reuse, and you got the upper lip shape, the lower lip highlight, the upper lip. You got lower teeth, upper teeth. They're not always visible, but mouth inside is actually your clipping shape. It's a general breakdown, and you have it's in right now, but teeth generic. Like if you want a solid smile, you can turn that on, or you hide it if you're just having an open mouth. But yeah, you get the idea. Nothing too fancy. It's more like just a breakdown idea than a whole. But it's something you can reuse if you're doing a vector style, clean line art type character or something. And it makes it an easy breakdown, I think. So, but like the eye thing I showed earlier, it's the same concept. Breakdown inside and outside, and you have your different parts. And it's likely you can export these as PNGs with transparency and use them in other software. So maybe like Blender or some kind of 2D animation software, you could have all your mouth shapes for talking or whatever. But you don't have to like recreate it all from scratch. You just reposition your Bezier handles and you pretty much have everything there together. But the only thing is, like, you probably have to add like another tongue on the top if you're going to have the tongue sticking out or whatever. Or at least have it, probably below the upper lip most cases. But that's a different thing. Most of the time with the mouth, you're just going to have the upper teeth, lower teeth. Full teeth or generic. Tongue shape, like when it's visible. Might not always be visible depending on what you're doing. Simple dimple, pretty quick. I think that's it. Don't know what else I'll do next. So, later.